Hello everyone, my name is Ray. What the fuck? Oh, I forgot we got Cha-Cha last episode. Anyway, hello everyone, my name is Ray. Today we are here to play some more Monster Hunter. This is part number 5. Monster Hunter the Ultimate, I guess I should say. Thank you for joining for today's episode. I totally forgot we got Cha-Cha last episode because I was like, why the hell is this whatever he is sitting right next to me? We already got everything that we could get from you, I believe. Everything that's worth it, crap. Well, I've not... Yeah, no. Piss off. I'm not giving you nothing else. But last episode, we also finished up the Korpeko, or as I call him, the quadriplegic quest. And now we have to go after the Royal Ludroth. So that should be fun, eh? But hopefully we get polished here. It's one of my favorite feline skills to get in any Monster Hunter game ever. Cool! It's the only one we got. We had 2 skills, and I didn't give a crap about the other one. I actually don't remember what it was. I think it was Medic or something. Yeah, okay. So, no, we're going after the Royal Ludroth this episode. First, yeah, no, I think this is the first Leviathan we get to fight. So that's kind of interesting, right? Not going to take anything to heal or anything like that. I don't care. If I get my butt whipped, I get my butt whipped. We're going to save their boat. Beating this dude will get us the materials that we can give them so that they can go ahead and patch up their stuff in Madoodle. But yeah, Flooded Forest. That's kind of cool, right? It's a forest that's relatively flooded. There are actually certain areas in this hunting area that don't have any water in it at all. But for the most part, it's a relatively flooded forest, hence the name and all that there. So we're going to grab all of these, get that poison knife. I have no idea why they give you mini oxygen supplies in this fight at all, or at all for this entire freaking area. I don't care what you're fighting. There are air bubbles everywhere, and you're never so deep that you can't just casually swim yourself back up to the top. And, yeah, breathe and all that. Hi, felines. How's it going? Don't really care. We're not going to gather from this, but there is one thing I want to show you guys real quick. It's kind of random. Again, relatively pointless considering most people probably aren't even going to give this game a whiff. But, this thing here you can gather from, and every once in a while you get a frog. And I got a frog right from the off, so that's pretty good. A lot of people will use that to fight a certain monster that appears in this area every time. You can use that frog to fish him out. Makes the fight start a lot easier. Yes. So we've seen the Ludroth up to this point. Obviously, we have yet to see him. You could have seen him if you had come to the Flooded Forest earlier on like a harvest tour or whatever, and you were walking around. He will show up randomly to fight you. But anyway, you wouldn't have seen him, wouldn't have known what he was. I mean, you probably could have figured out that he had a relation to the Ludroth. I mean, look at him. But still, it wouldn't have been official. No, thank you. I hate Water Blight. Water Blight and Ice Blight are actually 2 of the worst goddamn blights in this game. They affect your stamina. If you have a dash juice, which I do not have, they are completely irrelevant. They do nothing. But if you do not have those, Water Blight makes it so that your stamina takes forever to come back, and Ice Blight makes it so that your stamina drops like a freaking rock. So if you, let me see, have we fought? I don't think we fought anything whose tails we can sever just yet. And get out of the water. I'm not fighting you under there if I can help it. Just because he's a pain in the ass in the water. We've not fought any creatures whose tails we can sever just yet. So this will be the first instance we see of that crap. But yeah, no, this guy is not too terribly difficult. God forbid you get Ice Blight and Water Blight at the same time, you're absolutely irreparably fucked. Again, if you don't have the dash juice. But this guy's breakable parts are his face, the actual like little frills around his face, those little spiky things that just got pointed out because I pissed him off. His actual neck that is basically like a sponge, that orange crap. Looks like some retarded dreadlocks, something like that, and then his front claws. Those are all the breakable parts on this guy. I will be attempting to break all of them. I may not be able to, but I'm certainly going to give it the old college try, which means I'll probably fail because I've not been to college. The dodge roll is real. So it's kind of weird. I'm used to killing 5 of these little girl Ludroths here. Simply for the fact that in Try, the Ludroth quest, always had a subquest, which was to kill 5 Ludroths. And again, in this game, they don't have subquests, because this game is fucking stupid. I don't think there's been more than... Actually, it's kind of backwards, or back and forth, rather, what games have it. Because Tri had subquests. This game does not have subquests. 4 Ultimate had subquests. The Generations had subquests, and World does not have subquests. I don't think anything else can show up on this quest, so it's all good. After we're done with this, though, we should be able to upgrade our Greatsword, money-wise. Shouldn't take too many more hits to the face to be able to break that thing off. My main goal for this fight, other than surviving, is to break his face and cut his tail off. That's literally it. It's actually easier than you might think to do that, but if you've got a skill like Part Breaker, it makes it a lot easier. Now, me personally, I've got attack up medium, so I'm doing more damage than I normally would, but Part Breaker is a better skill if you're just trying to legitimately just bust up parts. Well, I got his neck, you can see, obviously, but I'm trying to break his face is the main thing I want to do. That attack sucks, by the way, not because it's super damaging, but because the hitbox is some absolute bupkis. It is so freaking annoying trying to get it. He's leaving, by the way. It is so freaking annoying trying to get past that stupid shit. Where are you going? Better back off my mans. Trying to mess with Cha-Cha. I see what you're trying to do, girl. Not today. Do I have, any whetstones? Okay, good. I'm going to poison him now. I think you have to hit him with 4 poison knives to get him to... I wish you could name Cha-Cha something other than Cha-Cha. But, yeah, no, it is what it is. So throwing these knives work as so. You just push the button and it's the direction that your character is looking in. Not the camera, but the actual direction. Ooh. And you can see he's poisoned now, those little bubbles over his head. Yo, Cha-Cha! Not bad, baby. He broke the face. You guys should have seen those parts fly off. But, yeah, no. I guess I set it up for him. I was trying to break it myself. Now, the Quorapeko, as I've said, was going to be one of my goals to get the Fire Sword and Shield, my first elemental weapon in this game, which I could have used against this guy. But, he, being the Royal Ludroth here, for a long time was my goal. And by a long time, I mean a couple of days. I was thinking I might get, his elemental weapon first. And it's kind of funny, because here I am with, neither of them. Get that tail. And he's limping off. No, I want to get that tail. That thick, juicy meat. I want it. He's going to be gone through there. That's kind of cool about this whole little area transition crap. But yeah, no, I want him. I want that tail. I don't care. The fights take a lot longer if you're trying to break a particular part, because you have to focus on that particular part, obviously. You will die before you even remotely become a pain in my ass. And I got Water Blight, because of course I did. We're not messing with that. No, bury it up, baby. I would have been so pissed off if that water orb hit me. Just using an Berry, wasting it. Oh, come on. Did I even hit his tail that time? I want the tail, dude. You're already dying. You ain't got no chance. Just accept it, man. You're gone. Give me that ass. I hit it that time. I know I did. It's a lot easier for me to break parts if I'm using a sword and shield. Oh, come on, man. How much life can that tail possibly have? It's got more life than you do. That's ridiculous. Thank you. I don't think we could have... I don't think we fought anything whose tail we can cut off. Nah, because we've only fought Jaggy and Quorapeko and Arzuros so far. That's fine. He's going to get away. I'm going to carve his tail while he does it. How's my ass taste? Let's jump in there and make that, I was going to make a booty clap reference, or joke, I guess. But, yeah, no, wouldn't have made any sense. Oh, he's going to sleep. I tell you what, do me a favor. Wake your ass up. Thank you. Quit being a dick. I don't think he's actually going to sleep. I just think he was kind of curled up and laying there. It's a pain in the ass trying to fight this guy underwater, especially if you've, well, not really a pain in the ass. He's actually one of the easier monsters to fight underwater. There's, besides him, there's only 2 other monsters in this game actually that force you to fight them underwater, to be honest with you. Besides the Elder Dragon. Good night, sweet prince. Get it? Because he's a royal Ludroth. Lol. Alright, so now that he's dead, that marks our first successful Leviathan quest. Technically our first successful underwater quest. There's another monster that we'll be fighting later on. You've already seen him. If you forgot his name, I'm not going to mention it because it might be a bit of a surprise for you. But we have one monster that's more or less going to be exclusively underwater. He does go on land. But, oh, actually, I'm full of crap. I just remembered there's another monster that we have to fight underwater. He's not a Leviathan. But he is an underwater creature who spends, again, most of his time underwater, but can go on land if he wants. So, I said there was, what, 2? Besides this guy, there's 3. Unless, again, I'm forgetting another one. I honestly don't know how I forgot about that guy. He's a notorious pain in the ass to a lot of people. Quest over. Mystery charm, not bad. What did we get? Look at her. She's coming to avenge her dead baby daddy, I guess. It's not going to work. But hey, A for effort and all that. Good thing I carved a claw. Good God, I didn't get anything worth a crap. I got his crest. That's good. You get the crest for breaking that neck of his. I want any talisman at all with a slot. Any talisman at all with a slot. I don't care what the skills are, as long as they are not negative enough to give me a negative skill. I just need an extra slot. That's all I need for something I'm trying to do. Now we have 2 boats that we can send out to bring us back that cash money. That cash money. That motherfucking cash money. I don't even know if that's a song or not, but it probably is. Something similar anyway. What up, Chief? Kudos, kid. You really came through for us. A boat's just a bunch of planks, but it symbolizes so much more. The larger hunting fleet will keep us going for now. So you focus on guild quests and training for the Legaicus. I'll make sure the first villager to spot the beast goes straight to you with the news. Speaking of news, the sweetheart at the quest counters wants to talk to you. Alright. Oh yeah, thank you for giving me my shit. He's already at sea. Get your lazy ass out there and make that cash. There you are. Good time in the sun. I wanted to tell you, Ludroth in the woods. Okay. Request for you. The farm. The hunter. The farm. We're going to major insect box. Okay. We have some more conversation that we need to have at the whatever it's called, the farm. So here's the honey box. Can I make honey now? By the way, yeah, egg on my face. I was saying this was the honey thing earlier. No, that's the bug thing, you schnuckdoodle. Grains, grains, grains. If you're looking to scratch up some energy, then nothing beats grains. Alright, so this is Patata. That name is Ass, so we're going to rename you. What's the other guy's name? Figo? Yeah, so all 3 of y'all go be Figo. Period. The another one's gonna come back later to this. He's Figo. Fuck it. Everybody's Figo. Hey there, well looky here. Another one of my felines is skulking back. So what were these guys doing all this time? Like legit, he was just chilling in the woods? I ain't got nothing to fertilize you with. Actually, that probably is something that I should try to get from the what's his face, some busy bees. Now what do you want, man? How about that? A while back, the cook asked me to start growing rapscallions, some kind of veggie. We just had our first crop. Okay. So our veggies increased now. So now we can gain extra health in 2 categories. Not bad, baby. So how much cash do I have? Almost enough. I need 10 G's, 10 stacks to upgrade this greatsword. So let's sell some steel eggs. Now I've got 11. Because cash money, baby. I don't know if hold on. Yeah, okay, so I need Barioth and Giganox to upgrade this any further. So I can't mess with that. So yeah, Ravager Blade, let's make it happen. Kind of a weird looking greatsword. You talk to me! I don't care that the what's-her-face wants to talk. Give me that. And give me that so we can get our health up a little bit. All of these skills suck for what I'm about to do, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to eat for any kind of section that didn't have the skills marked up so I can see what they are next time. Welcome back. Good to see you again. You sure showed that Roy Ludroth who's boss. Hunting fleet's already sprung to work, and it's all thanks to you, Hunter Cheeks. The guild's taking notice too. Bet they'll be sending more requests to hunt large monsters. Just watch. Oh, and get this. You've been super popular in the city. Even plans to turn you into an action figure. I doubt that. Not good one, right? Now let's see what your next hunt. It's a large monster wandering the sandy plains. Barroth! What kind of monster is a Barroth, you ask? Well, according to a recently revised notebook, Barroth, a brute wyvern living in the sandy plains. Specifics are unknown. Oh, wow. You're not disheartened by that less than helpful information, are you? Description, rather. Yeah, you expected it to be not to be helpful. So, in other words, we do have something else we can fight. This guy here, the Great Rogi. We're not going to fight him just yet. Where the hell is he at? Leading the charge, yep. Barroth. He is a brute wyvern, and he sucks if you are ill prepared. So I am going after him with no healing items, aka more or less ill prepared. Now I know this guy well enough to know his battle tactics. I shouldn't have to heal against him too much. Plus with my upgraded weapon, he shouldn't take too long to kill. But having said that, the Barroth is a first for us, I believe. Not the Barroth itself, but the class that he is, because he is a brute wyvern, as she said. We haven't fought any of those yet. So far, we have fought 2 bird wyverns, a fanged beast, and a leviathan. Yes. The Great Rogi is a relative of the Great Jaggy, by the way, the one that I had just mentioned. He is also a bird wyvern, but this is our first brute wyvern. Basically, as the name type suggests, a brute. He does fuck all but run around and try and smash you. That's pretty much it. This weird looking chimney thing just likes to run around and smash shit with his head. That is pretty much his only attack. He bashes the ground with his head, he puts his head in the ground and runs at you, charging at you. I mean, he does have a tail attack. That's another thing that'll be a first for us. His little yell there will actually make us duck and cover, as I call it. You need a skill known as earplugs to avoid that. I'll show you. Because he's loud as hell, and your character's like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that mud of his is kind of a thing. When he's got that mud on him, he's weak to water. When the mud's not on him, he's weak to fire. So this is the first monster we'll see with more than one elemental weakness as far as like when the characteristics of him change, and it's actually a rather unique thing to him. The mud's a pain in the ass. If he gets you with it, this happens. You get all stuck up. Cha-Cha can get it off you. He can get it off you. You can get it off yourself by mashing the buttons a lot. Or if you use a cleanser, it'll just immediately come off. And I believe we have cleansers. But you can kind of mitigate that by taking the mud off of him, and you do that by waxing his ass. So just basically beat on the dude. The mud comes off, but he has one way to get it back. He rolls on the ground like a damn lovesick puppy. And yeah, no, he'll see. I think I already. Oh, I broke his claw. I thought I got some of the mud off him, but no, I didn't. This guy drops shiny spots like a son of a gun, and you don't really want to try to gather him while he's pissed off and running around like he is right now, because he'll do that. Doesn't appreciate you doing that to him. I don't understand how the hell I broke his claw already. Oh, well, alright then. I should have just let him hit me. I knew that was coming too. Should have just let him hit me. It's all good. Leave me be, Barroth. Watch me die against this guy. I know his tactics enough. I shouldn't have to heal too often against him. Don't come against this guy ill-prepared. There he goes. Don't come against this guy ill-prepared. I'm not going to even use it. I'm not even going to bring any potions. Lol. And then since we broke the mud off of him in that one spot, he'll be able to sling less of it off. It's kind of funny because the G-rank version of this guy, you'll learn about G-rank later on, he can spew the mud off of him whether he's got mud on him or not. Yes! It does about good. I still don't know why they do that. And it's funny because in World, people are like, oh, it's so much better because, you know, they don't do that stupid little drink. Oh, what are you doing, dude? They don't do that stupid little drink a potion and then throw their hands up in the air like you just don't care crap. But I disagree because it's basically the exact same thing. They don't do that, but it's no better. simply for the fact that since they take so damn long to drink it now, and it's more so the idea of like shit like antidotes and whatnot, because in this game you have to drink it and then stand there like a jackass with your hands in the air. But in World, what happens is your character has to drink the whole damn thing before you get any effect of it, and they take so damn long to do that that again it may as well be throwing your hands in the air like you just don't care. I can cut his tail off too. I might not be able to get it though. Hold on. He killed up Nahabra and it didn't break, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to carve that right quick. I got his spine. Hello, motherfucker, you a predator? Leave it alone. Jeez, what good is a spine? Don't understand what we're trying to really accomplish here by fighting this thing. That is one thing I don't really understand about this game. Most of these monsters are kind of just chilling. There's really no reason to be fighting these fricks. A lot of them are just like, oh, he's in the desert. Go kill him, please. Okay, yeah, but why? I'm not even gonna try and bust his head, but it's just gonna. My weapon's not sharp enough. You need blue sharpness to get through his dome. Matter of fact, now that I said that, F it. He's gonna stand here wasting time. This is what you get. Ugh! The actual crown of his head takes blue sharpness to get through. I'm not trying to mess with it. But take a look at the ground here. See those puffs of smoke? That's how you know what direction he's going in. But yeah, no, this guy's breakable parts I've not told you guys about. You can cut his tail off, obviously. You can bust his head. That little big crown thing will fall off into bits. And you can break his claws. Those are his 3 breakable parts. It's kind of weird because you go from a monster like Arzuros and Great Jag, you only have 1 breakable part, to something like the Korapeko, who has, yeah, I know, I'm full of shit. I done said like twice already I wasn't going to mess with his head. Oh, Chacha's trying to get the mud off, that's fine. And look, we got the mud off. I don't know if you guys saw those little pink sparks there, but that would be a critical hit. Positive affinity on a weapon will allow you to sometimes do critical hits. What those do is extra damage, as the name suggests. So always a good thing to try and get if you can. Get that charge shot, baby. Cool! A back charge shot with a critical hit. I'll take it. Extra damage. Probably the most damage I've done so far, like, period. And he's probably about ready to die. And since he's tired, he'll be on the ground for a little bit, so I should be able to finish him off here. I'm going to try to anyway, obviously. But, yeah, no, you got creatures like, there we go. You got creatures like Great Jag and Arzuros who only have 1 breakable part. Then you got Korapeko, who's got 3 breakable parts. Then you go to the Royal Ludroth, who's got 5 breakable parts, face, neck, both claws, and his tail. Then you come to this guy who goes back to 3. So basically, it's not like once you reach a certain spot in the game, a lot of people have that misconception for whatever reason. Oh, well, you know, the monsters now have way more breakable parts. So now I can get, you know, more items. I've got a chance to get, you know, things like that. It doesn't work like that. I believe the next monster that the game wants us to fight storyline-wise is the Gobble, as I call him. Some people call him the Gobble, the Gobule, whatever. I call him the Gobble because he is a Leviathan with a really, really big mouth, and he eats stuff, aka he gobbles stuff up. So I always thought that the Gobble's name was a pun off of gobbling things up. So that's why I call him the Gobble. I don't care what you guys call him, but he's only got 2 breakable parts. Just his lantern, which you will see what I'm talking about when we fight the guy, and his tail. You can cut his tail off and you can bust his lantern. That's literally all you can break on that guy. This is kind of a little somewhat interesting tidbit. Got the ridge, shells, monster bones, mediums, claws. Not bad. I'll take it. 3 stacks for killing that guy. It didn't take us very long to do so. This is kind of the part of the game when you're starting to get to the point where you can start making money relatively easily. He's got another mask I think he wants us to make for him. New mask. Finely crafted mask. Make big shaka stimulation for appetite. So it's the grill mask, I believe. The shell, the spongy hide, and that's one thing I didn't mention before. He will bring you items as time goes on. What did you bring for me? This is your first 2-star. Let's make it something good. No. Okay. 2 steel. I mean, it's still good. That's 2,000 right there. But I was hoping for maybe a steel egg, because I'm telling you guys, the steel eggs are just, they're good for the start, very, very start of the game. Silver eggs at this point in the game are absolutely god status. Thanks for coming, our little rugrat Chakubaku. Yeah, okay, so he wants us to, I didn't even look at the, oh, there you go. Increase that insect box. No reason not to. And yeah, fuck it. We can do one more quest. So yeah, here's the gobble. I'm not gonna actually fight him right now. Once we beat him, that'll give us access to the tundra. But I'm gonna go after the toxic troublemaker, that great roguey dude. Let's buy us some antidotes if she's selling them. Doesn't look like she is, so never mind. But what items do we have? Nah, I should probably go put these in the box real quick. Let's eat first, because I might very well forget to do that. Weakener. That'll actually help out if it actually activates. Weakener is a weird skill. If you get it, it doesn't mean that you've got it. And what I mean by that, we didn't get it anyway, but what I mean by that is when it says, feline weakener activated after you've eaten a meal, it's still got like a 50% chance of activating on the quest, which will make the monster that you're fighting die easier. It says the monster will be weaker. It doesn't mean that it'll hit you less hard. And I don't have any antidotes in here either. I'm going to start making it a habit to carry whetstones with me, because it always gets to the point where earlier on in the game when I'm using great swords and stuff, I don't have to worry about sharpening my weapon too often. So the sharpness that they give you is fine for what you're trying to do. But the game quite quickly actually gets to the point when you're going to have to sharpen your weapon more than twice in one quest if you want to actually reliably do any damage. So yeah, I'm just going to keep them in my box. Antidotes, because this guy can poison, obviously, hence me wanting to get them in the first place. But it's weird because usually he starts over in area 2, but for his cutscene he starts way up in area 10. So for the purposes of this, and these are regular rogues, I'll have to come here, I'll have to fight this guy quite a bit, because his armor set is typically the second armor set that I make in this game. Just because he's got razor sharp, which is really good skill at this point, which is a really good skill for this point in the game. It makes it so that your weapon's sharpness decreases at half the rate it normally would. So say for example, you can normally do 20 hits on an enemy before you have to sharpen your weapon. With razor sharp, you'd have to do 40 instead. So it really helps out quite a bit, especially when you get to the point in the game when you've got, because green sharpness is the highest sharpness that we've seen. Get to the point when you start getting the next level of sharpness, and the one beyond that, and the one beyond that, because there's 4 levels of sharpness in this game beyond the quote-unquote standard sharpness of yellow. They don't last very long. The first weapons that you get that can get those sharpnesses, they don't last very long. So razor sharp is good for that, and it's got negate poison, which means you cannot be poisoned, and that's quite helpful against him, but not necessarily for him. There's 2 other monsters in specific that I can think of that I like that skill for more than him. He doesn't poison all that much. I'll probably get poisoned a couple times against him, but the main reason it doesn't really matter for him is because he can only spit poison in front of him. That's it. But the other 2 monsters that I'm talking about can poison you in more than one way, and a lot more often. So, Mr. Great Rogi, obvious relation to the Jaggy. I've already said that. But you can see it. Even if I didn't say anything, you guys would probably be like, oh, he's just an orange Jaggy that can spit. The little ones, as you can see here, these are apparently all, well, I kind of consider them all female, just because of the way they move. They act like the Jaggies do. So, I don't know. That's my justification for that. The only part that you can break on this guy, same thing as the Jaggy, you can only break his face. That little neck sack of his. They can poison you too, being the smaller ones. The only real difference between their poison and his poison is his poison stays around. You can see he's spitting out that cloud and it's just kind of floating around there for a little bit. Obviously, if you touch that thing, you're going to get poisoned. So leave Cha-Cha alone, dickwad. Yeah, go ahead and spit that out. And there we go. Okay, that's fine. Your mom. That's fine. No love lost between these jackasses. They will attack each other too sometimes. I need... Oh, okay. I need you guys to chill. I am at more risk of dying right now than I have ever been, and this is a rogue. Of course! Of course! No, 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 no. Fuck the fuck off. I'm not... No. None of this bullshit. Get out of there. I'm not fighting you in that area if you're gonna be this kind of dingle-dang. You feel me? So yeah, I'm probably gonna die against this guy just because of his dag blasted poison, which is, you know, fine. It happens to all of us. Although I have not died yet. Hey, broke his face. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. It's kind of normally a pain in the ass to break this dude's face. And once you break his face, he can still spit poison out. But the difference is it disappears pretty much immediately. Just like the regular rogues do. So I'm going to dodge roll and get the hell out of the way. Go after Cha-Cha for a second so I can gather your shiny spot, huh? That's fine. That'll work. You'll always get a shiny spot when you break his face. I got a wyvern tier. Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. It's not a bad thing. It gets you cash at the end of the quest. But I was just hoping for a material from him. Getting these girls out of here because I'm not messing with them at all. Once you have his armor set, he's a Jaggy. He is essentially a great Jaggy once you have his armor set. Because again, he cannot poison you. So everything else that he can do is exactly the same as a Jaggy. Don't know how much more life he's got left. But it shouldn't take us too much longer to kill this guy. I'm gonna laugh if he does kill me though, but I'm just gonna go ahead and not heal, because, you know, stupidity is what it is. Okay, well, I guess he had that much life left. Yeah, no, Carb, he's mine. All those two rogues disappeared already. Poison sacks, good. The sacks in this game are kind of annoying to get. Obviously, I guess I'm not gonna have to worry about that. You don't need too many poison sacks for him. For his armor set, rather. But, there's a chain. Every one of these sacks has a low rank version and a high rank version. At least there's one that doesn't have a G rank version. But low rank, high rank, and G rank version of these chains. So there's poison sacks, there's aqua sacks, there's fire sacks, there's ice sacks, there's thunder sacks, and there's paralysis sacks, and there's sleep sacks. So I think the only one that they don't have is dragon. There's no like dragon sack, but there's a sack for every element besides dragon and a sack for every status ailment. So that's kind of cool. They're kind of a pain in the neck to get though. Oh good, I got a king's beak too. That's kind of a pain in the ass to get. I got a brace, not bad. So against like the Jaggies, the Baggies, which we haven't seen, and the Roguies, breaking their face is the only way to get certain items. For the Baggies, it is the King's Crest, I believe it is. For the Roguies, it is the King's Beak, and for the Jaggy, it is the King's Frill. And you break their face is your only chance to get it. If you don't get it, you just wasted an entire quest. It's a pain in the ass when you need like 2 or 3 of them. And you have to fight them over and over to break their face, and the only way you can tell is after you break their face and then kill them. So, you know, you may or may not get what you need. That's always been kind of the downside of Monster Hunter for people who are trying to get into it. The endless damn grinding that you'll have to do. But, oh, I just realized the Screamer is technically a sack too. Anyway, this video has gone on long enough. It's been over 30 minutes now, so I'm going to end this episode here. We got 3 new monsters fought and killed in this episode, so I'll take that. But anyway, thank you all for watching as always. My name is Ray. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter if that kind of thing interests you. The link is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. If you did not enjoy this video, also let me know. But until next time, goodbye, everybody.